Hey, and welcome today to Hearts of Iron San Andreas. Notably not the first GTA mod for Hearts of Iron 4, but this is maybe the first well-made GTA mod for Hearts of Iron 4. Honestly, very impressive, and a lot of work has gone into this terrain map to make it look like it's actually a city, even though these aren't really like houses. It's a really cool effect, nonetheless. And it works perfectly for Hoi4. It's the best you can do in this game, I would say. But this, again, is just a work in progress, like most of the new mods that I cover here. It's pretty rare that you'll see a giant overhaul mod like this released in its entirety, but we can at least check out some of it. And it already looks much better than the abandoned GTA mod I played, despite that mod being kind of fun. Another great feature is how they changed the victory point icons to house icons instead of the regular circle. It's an amazing touch to an already extremely well-made map. They don't have any unique focus trees yet. They at least have a unique generic focus tree, as in the mod doesn't just use the regular generic focus tree, it has its own one, but it's not quite finished yet, understandably. Yeah, we all start with kind of similar divisions, so we'll see what happens here. Playing as the Grove Street families, which I believe I played as them in the other GTA mod too. And then down here we also have two other nations that aren't involved in our little battle here, so they'll be left out of the violence. We'll make sure to move our divisions properly so they're not standing in the middle of a country. I should say, like an organization in the city that we're not at war with. Yeah, and front lines here aren't that effective because this is made in a sort of city design. It's not like we're on a world map. We're zoomed into the tip of a needle laid onto the regular Hearts of Iron 4 map. There's a lot of terrain that we can't pass through, like right here, the side of a building, I guess you could think of, so we can't really make too much of a regular front line here. But what we'll do is we'll move divisions into these areas here so that we can start pushing into this area, because you can kind of see the boxes of impassable terrain with the double black line. Because of that, it'll make it easy to secure this area here and try to push the front line up to here so that we can start relieving some of our forces up here. And yeah, the models are still the same, but I look forward to what they will change them to in the future, if that's something they're planning on doing. And our two divisions in the north here were spawned in with 0 HP, so upon starting the game, they automatically disappear because there was no org, no HP or anything. So that leaves us in a precarious situation since we don't have enough divisions now to defend this main area on every side. And the AI is stuck in a cycle here. It's pretty common for the AI to do this, where they keep trying to move into there and then canceling their order. As long as we keep the stalemate as things currently stand, the AI will keep trying to do that same thing over and over again, just trying to move into one of those tiles. And I guess it moved a division there, which might change things, but of course the AI has its own front that might change too, so we don't have complete control over what the AI decides to do. And we'll encircle our first, I don't know if I want to say division. It's probably just one guy. We'll encircle our first person, and then we'll move into this. I'm assuming this is a house. This is probably an alley. I guess we're moving into this room of the house. I don't know, and we'll surround this guy too, or these two guys. Yep, and things are perfect so far. This guy's still frozen. We should be able to connect our two areas together soon, and then we can finally reinforce over here where we're not doing so well. Well, I say we're not doing so well, but we're holding, and that's all that really matters. Yeah, every division is just one guy now. As you can see, they each take 1 manpower. We got some more pistols though, so we can recruit some more members. Yeah, this might be a little overpowered, recruiting this many guys. But I should note, we are losing a lot of guys, because since every division only has 1 manpower, the game is really weird, and divisions will disappear pretty easily. You don't really lose equipment by attacking, you only lose the equipment if the guy is defeated or overrun. Okay, and we're going to start reinforcing some of our guys down here in the south. With some of our new divisions, we'll also start getting some of these victory points here. We don't have too much resistance anywhere, really. The only real front we have to deal with is this that's attacking us here. Otherwise, I only really see 4 or so other divisions on the map. The guy that was over here is gone now, and I finally have divisions to protect this area too. And there's a lot of micro involved since front lines don't really matter, and both of our enemies are kind of weak at this point. I don't know if the AI is making new divisions at all. I don't think they are, so we should be able to win this pretty easily now. Encirclements don't seem to matter too much though, since it seems like we're losing more divisions defeating their encircled divisions than they are. And we don't have any factories either, which makes sense, except for the fact that we can't repair any of the infrastructure damage, so yeah. I assume eventually they'll remove infrastructure damage if it isn't already made redundant or something. But yeah, we're well on our way to capitulating our last rival in the area, and soon all the territory will be ours. We've already claimed a lot of the victory points, including their former capital there. We really just need to start getting all of these here. Once we take like 10 or so of them, they should capitulate. Maybe closer to like 20. I don't know, either way. And there. Easy enough. We could, if we wanted to, invade the ocean docks, but there's not much of a point because they are very weak and would lose. This map, again, is very beautiful. I hope they do more with the mod for sure. But either way, this map alone is just pretty to look at. It's worth it just for that, I would say. There's also decisions, too, that I didn't really show off since we didn't really need to use them, but there are cars, so it's not like there's only just pistols that we can use. And I assume if they continue working on it, they plan to add a lot more different types of equipment for different sorts of factions within the city. I think they could do a lot of cool stuff. It could be very fun. Anyways, that's all for today. Make sure to check the mod out, and thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you all next time.